Today we finished the installation of the finished trim on the 12K BTU Mr. Cool ceiling cassette. This unit is currently on, it's cooling the building. It's trying to reach 73 degrees. The fan's in auto mode and it is sweeping the room with the bevel there. I'm gonna take you into the other room where we have another unit about to be put together, and I'll kind of walk you through some of the ins and outs of that. So now that the ceilings are painted, we can begin putting on these bezels. This is what the unit looks like before it's installed. That last unit I showed you, the only thing left to do was just to insulate a little bit of the set lines. On this one here, the condensate line still needs to be run in addition to insulating portions of the line sets. So let me take you up there, take a closer look. On this side, you have the two line sets coming in and you have the condensate drain coming out. Everything you see that is styrofoam at the bottom of this unit is the bottom of the condensate tray. So you have any condensate that's dripping off of the coil will land in this tray, and the tray is insulated because obviously that tray would be pretty cold and you don't want any humidity in the room to condense on that and then drip through the bezel. What they want you to do is fill up that tray before you commission the unit so that you can see if the condensate pump is working and that your drain lines are, your fittings are tight. They do mention to do this before the ceiling is finished. I waited until the ceiling was finished. Let's see how that goes. On the last unit, it worked fine. So getting the water in here, they will ask for 2 liters to begin with. I used a spray bottle like this with a little hose on the end. And I'll show you where I actually did that. There is a drip tray. Sorry for the motion. There's a drip tray that will be installed right below this line set. It goes like this, and it catches anything that drips off of those fittings. There's a little spillway there that directs the condensate in through a hole right here, which is where I put the little tube from my spray bottle in. Before I realized that anywhere you can actually see the drain tray, like here, right above the styrofoam, it can just be poured right in here if you're careful. So I poured 2 liters in here. There is 2 liters in here already. That will help us figure out if the pump is working when we turn it on. I'm going to go ahead and install the bezel. With it open, we have access on this side of the bezel that opens here, access on this side of the bezel that opens here, so we can check to make sure our lines are not leaking when we're running, and we can make our final electrical connections here. Additionally, the bezel will drop where the filter comes in to give us a final inspection. When we commission this, we'll run it through a cooling process. After we check the condensate pump, we'll run it through a cooling process for 10 minutes, check all of our fittings, and then we'll let the machine rest for a while. We'll turn it on in the heating function, and again, we'll check all the fittings again and let that run for a while and see if we can hit our set temps. There is a Wi-Fi enabled dongle that will be installed in there that allows this device to not only be controlled, it comes set to work off of the remote controls or your thermostat, but it will be able to run off of my iPhone or any Android device.